Speaking of hypocrisy, look, um, let's talk about religion. Let's talk about the Catholic Church. I've commented on it many times before. I'm a Catholic. Let's first say that. I'll tell you this: my faith as a Christian has never been stronger in recent years. My faith in the Catholic Church, the institution, the man-made institution, my belief in Christ the Lord is higher than ever. My confidence in the man-made institution of the Catholic Church is lower than ever. Now, so you might have seen, if you know, Rhode Island's one of the most Catholic states in the country, as you know. I think it is the most Catholic state by population for those who claim a religion. So, unlike past years, for when he's done it, and other years when he hasn't done it, this year there will be no corned beef dispensation for St. Patrick's Day this Friday. So, all the good practicing Irish Catholics out there, eat corned beef on Thursday or Saturday if you want to avoid the wrath of the bishop. Now, in past years, I don't know what the difference is. In past years, they have provided special dispensation. Of course, if you have a dietary restriction, there's all those restrictions. But he used to grant mass dispensations occasionally on Fridays that fell on special occasions, but not this year. But you know, one thing they're not talking about, and this is an article, it was on the Ocean State Current last week, is what's going on in our schools. One priest, we had Father Capoverde on, as you know, 3-4 months ago. We talked about how he and a handful of other priests in the church were speaking out in the town of Westerly about the pornography, basically, in school books in our schools. And we had speculated, Father Capoverde made it clear, listen, I'm not here to lead a statewide or national movement. I'm just here to criticize Westerly schools and to work with his friend, Bob Chiatadillo, who's been on this show, as you know, many times. We were hoping, however, that his actions, his courage, his bravery might lead to some kind of larger response from religious leaders against all of this indoctrination that's going on with kids in our schools. Not just the pornography, but the push for kids to try to question their own sexualization, if not transition, to try to transition foolishly to some other gender, whether it's the anti-American stuff, whether it's you name it, right? You name it. They're indoctrinating our kids. And certainly the church, you know, the abortion, everything, certainly the church should be weighing in on the transgender issue. That's a challenge to God. You know, okay, pornography, okay, that's good. You know, Father Capoverde weighed in on that, but why are they weighing in? Why are they making headlines about corned beef on a St. Patrick's Day Friday, but yet there's silence on the transgender issue? There's silence other than Father Capoverde on the pornography in schools, and there's silence on this Coyotes situation at Mount Pleasant High School. I forget where the student was from, but a student was smuggled into the state by the, quote, Coyotes. Coyotes are people, they're ruthless people who get paid to smuggle Central Americans, South Americans, other people into America. Given our open borders. You remember the incident at Mount Pleasant High School where the assistant principal or something like that put out a call saying, look, the Coyotes let's just call him Carlos, delivered Carlos here. He owes them $2,000 to prevent the Coyotes who help people from taking action. Let's raise a few $1,000s for Carlos. So when X so-and-so teacher or staffer comes around and asks for donations, please be generous. Of course, it made national, international news as well as here in Rhode Island. But you know who's quiet on it? The Catholic Church. Now, the reason I bring that up is the church has been openly supportive of immigrant rights, right? In the way of Christ, the good Christian faith. Hey, you take care of anybody that comes into your church. You take care of anybody that comes into your home, and that is the Christian way. But you don't. The church should not be encouraging breaking of American laws, which they, of course, they never say they do. But in essence, by defending compassionate treatment by the government. Again, you come into a private home, a business, a church. Yes, we have a duty to take care of our mankind, but the government should not force person A to take care of person C, who's an illegal immigrant. But yet, the Catholic Church can make a headline about corned beef on St. Patrick's Day, but when it comes to coyotes threatening to kill, can't touch that issue. I pray for the redemption of the Catholic Church's soul because it's lost.